I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news.
Okay.
I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but they from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage with the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. No. Don't play with it, baby. Say so what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it. If you gon' do it, then don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Cause you was built like that.
Oh, look at me. I bet you can't do it like me. Can't see me when I get on the ground. Game on, it's about to go down. A juke and shake it all up. My moves make 'em run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out.
Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Ay, count a 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Can I get the dash? Can I catch me, bro? Ooh, can I get the dash? Can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I get it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, yeah, can I hit that? Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, yeah, can I hit that? Ay, yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, yeah, can I hit that? Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, yeah, can I hit that?
I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. Let's see, I'm just hoping she don't feel, cause when she do, I know that you're missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you're at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like a passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag, we're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like,
like it's a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can come.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Zane Gonzalez set and ready to get us started, and off we go now from State Farm Stadium. And this carries into the end zone. Nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
On the carry.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
48-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
He's coming. Shoot.
Throwing again. Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And his pass incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Down and 7.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Shotgun now for Murray. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Josh Jackson. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Murray from midfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Murray's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Murray to air it out again.
30 yards.
Flushed out right. Going deep for Hopkins. And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Gain of 3. First down.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Alford.
Rodgers' pass intercepted. The Cardinals.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Murray now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Murray gets this one to Isabella, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Switch. Check. Lucky. Kill.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
The intended receiver, Tavon Austin, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again, Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
The 26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Murray buying time to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the
and this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
That didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run with Drake, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Running, it's Drake. And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Murray now on 1st down. He sets to fire. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 55 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
For the extra point.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They run with Jones on 1st down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
10 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Tavon Austin.
Tavon Austin.
Green Bay.
79 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shout along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Murray. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of a time.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Zane Gonzalez to kick.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
On the keeper. Intended for Devontae.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Down at 10 yards.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
36-yard line.
Now Drake. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the
right back to Drake. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Za'Darius Smith on the stop. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw.
50-yard line.
That's Isabella open on the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Arizona. 48 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Cardinals 21. Packers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for circle round.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
Space to maneuver at the 40. Going right side here, and that's complete. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up
from midfield. Here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Pickup of 3.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And my goodness, another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Now Murray off play action. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Play fake. Murray. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Christian Kirksey coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Andy Lee now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packers will get the football at their own 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Aaron Jones, the ball.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On play action, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Rodgers tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Kirksey picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Aaron Jones, 26 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
The kick is
and he puts it through.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Mason Crosby.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
4-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down.
First and the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Jones. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
Packers.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 64 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Rashawn Gary in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Now Murray being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Rodgers looking for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 30.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 25-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Murray, one final try. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
Game over, time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back. Did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss. Stand 10 toes on your feet. I could never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key. But contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming. Against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a young and since we ain't have food in our tummy. That life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens.
falter, you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch you hate, watch you work.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
14.
From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Patrick Queen in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Third and long, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Dancing to his left. He'll run it. First down and more for Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On third down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And take it right on the 30. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
Jackson's pass.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First down, Baltimore.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
J.K. Dobbins.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 31.
The 31. A gain of 9 yards. And a Raven first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was taken down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Steps away to his left. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 50 yards. That's how you drop the run pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Jackson's pass.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. To try again after the sack. Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
He's going deep for Brown. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 43 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
37 yards.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. On 4th and goal, here's the option. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Seahawks 14. Ravens 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you have.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Vincent Mayowa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And 12.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes left side.
Make everything happen.
And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Carlos Dunlap able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jackson going to run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens have broken the tie. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. That's complete into the hands of Carson. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They run the counter. Carson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Wilson, he's going to look to run with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They go play action with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Dobbins. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Carlos Dunlap bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The 43-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the Ravens' 40-yard line.
Carson will take the handoff out of the option play. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 33. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, You could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. To throw again on second down, Jackson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Now Wilson. Going to throw right side here, complete.
Wilson's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and it'll be a second down.
Yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Wilson to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Carson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On the option, here's Wilson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now it's Carson. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
On the throwaway. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Penny on the counter, and they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers, and a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers.
A 32-yard attempt.
And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Well, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime things, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. To throw again is Wilson. Lockett with a grab over the middle. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. This is Carson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He's tackled at
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A huge play there in overtime. 49 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 28-yard line.
Buying time to his left.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows and just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Jackson on the keeper. Thrown away and incomplete.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.